Hello and welcome, John Croner with Bullseye Trader. I'd like to welcome you to the AI Holly and Market Update for the day and the week ending Friday, June the 22nd, 2018. Well, let's go ahead and get in here and take a look and see what happened with the markets today. Well, the diamonds, you can see here we gapped up and then we kind of traded in a tight range here the rest of the day. So we technically have a red candle, and and we closed though above the close of yesterday. So we've been having that funny thing where we have green candles on red days and red candles on green days. So and you can see we bounced off of the 50-day moving average here and came back down. So we've got some work to do to get above that 50 for starters and to get back ahead of that 20. So we've got some work to do in the diamonds, but held their own pretty good today. At least we did not get follow through to the downside, so that was the good news. The spiders, same thing. We had the gap up, then traded in that tight range, and then closed on towards the low of the day. So once again we have the red candle, but technically because of the gap up it is a higher close than yesterday, and you can see we came back down through that 20 moving average right here, and but we were well above the 50. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the coming days. The IWM, after a real nice run up, a little bit more. We did gap up, and then we pulled back. Mostly throughout the day. A little bit of recovery right at the end there, and we're still holding our own. Not a bad day for the Russell 2000. The Qs look pretty similar. So we're just going to have to try to hold this 20 as long as we don't break that, and then we've got some other support down below there. So still looking pretty good on the Qs. The IBB, same thing, a little more of a pullback today, but still looking good. We've got the nice trend going up. Fast look at GLD. We had a green day there, so that is recovering a little bit, but still, gold is still, at the lows. TLT, a green day there as well. So that is your market update for the daily. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look at the weekly. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the diamonds there also, and you can see here on the weekly we had our second week of pullback. We did bounce off of some resistance here. We've crossed the 50 on the RSI, so the main thing here is that we hold and we don't get follow through on this. The 8 moving average, that's the exponential moving 8, is still above the 20. So showing a little bit of weakness there. A lot of weakness on the weekly, but we'll see what happens. The spiders bounced off of that 8 and held the 8 moving average. So once again, as long as we don't get follow through below that exponential moving average of 8 there, we should be okay. The IBB, nice green candle here. So we've had 4 weeks in a row moving up, and you can see the 8 crossed that 20 here a couple weeks ago that we've talked about. So on the weekly, the IBB's looking real nice. The Qs, a little bit of a doji candle here, but after that nice run up, nothing wrong with a little rest, a little consolidation. IWM, same thing here. The only thing that might be some worrisome is that we have this big, topping till here, and but some consolidation is certainly in order. So we'll just have to watch it, and you've got plenty of short down below. So even if it pulls back a little bit, it actually would be healthy for it to pull back some and then go get a reversal and go back up. So GLD. On the weekly candle, we had the bearish engulfing candle here last week, as you recall, and that did trigger. So on the weekly candle, and we do have momentum going both ways. The 8 crossed the 20 going to the downside way up here, and as you can see now, we've had all this downside going, which could be expected after that happens. TLT, we have the 8 crossing the 20 and the 20 kind of rounding out on the bottom. So we could be having a reversal, and we could be having some more upside there the way the way the weekly is looking. So that is the market update. Now let's go ahead and jump into Holly, and we've got a lot to cover there too. First we'll go through today's trades using the Excel file I put together. The Holly Grill had 26 trades for a profit of 72 cents, risk on profit of 220. We'll go back in a second and look at a couple of the trades within each of these. Holly 2.0 had 38 trades, made a $1.13 profit, risk on profit $4.59, and the Holly Neo 23 trades, she lost $1.29. You can see she got a good start here looking at the histogram, and then kind of went the wrong way, but risk on, she ended up at 205. So for the week we ended up with well, first we'll look here. So for the day we had 87 trades, 56 cents risk off profit, 645 risk on profit is the way the total for the three combined did. Now if we look at the Holly Grill for the week, she had 69 trades for a profit of 66 cents. The risk on profit 1168. The Holly 2.0 had 71 trades for a profit of $1.31. The risk on profit was $3.99, and the Holly Neo had 81 trades for a profit of $2.23 and a $12.47 risk on profit. And so we had a total of 221 trades for the week, all three Hollys combined, and the profit was $4.20. And the risk on profit was $28.14. So another great week for Holly. And as we go into these trades, we're going to talk about man and machine combined. So Holly made some picks, and let's take a look and see what we could have done with a little bit of Holly's help and a little bit of our help. So in the Holly Grill, her risk off profit, her best trade was CADC. Now let's take a look at that. Now this stock had been consolidating for many days here. I mean, this goes back to May 1st, and even if we take it back further, you can see here it's been down in this range for some time. Well, all of a sudden the last few days, I'm not sure whether there was anything. It is a China stock, so I don't know whether this was somebody pumping this thing in a room somewhere or what happened, but Holly saw some activity, and she triggered this thing at 555. Now she made 75 cents on it when she got out, because if we look here, she got out right away. But look at what happened to this after she got out. It went all the way up to $10. So if you had gotten into this and were able to watch it, I mean, you might have taken some out along the way to secure it, but you could have made some very nice profit on that. And as these stocks that go up real fast, they come down real fast as well. And you can see here she actually got down below where she got in just a little bit, and then did come back up a little bit. So if you would have bought it and not bought or sold, you would have closed out making 80 cents for the day, on the risk on. Now, if you went with the best risk on trade, this FWONK would have been the trade here, and she got in that one in the strategy called heating up, and it was a timed exit. Okay, so she got in it and she got out right here, okay, at the 34 35.30, and you can see here, and I'm sorry, where's the exit? 34.39. I apologize. And then it continued to go up all day long. So another case here with man with machine. You may have, after it was up here, if you didn't get out when she did, you might have wanted to get rid of half if you got a little bit worried. But just looking at it, if you held through, you could have done very, very nice with it. Now we'll go ahead and look at the Holly 2.0 as that populates, we've got to really stretch this down if we want to get all the trades in. And if we search by the profit or risk off, as we call it, this SFIX was the best trade she had there. And you can see this one has been going up, and a lot of people might have been afraid to get into that after that many days of going up, but not Holly. This triggered on hers. Of course, what she does every night, she takes and we call it put it in the hopper. She's got about 45 strategies, and she works formulas and does all kind of crunching, etc. And she picks out the strategies she thinks are going to be the best statistical ones to succeed the next day, and that's what she has to choose from. And of course, we've got the 3 separate Hollies with the 3 separate strategies. Well, on this one here, you would have made 48 cents if you followed her. If you held to the end of the day, you would have made 88 cents. And as you can see here, you actually could have even done just a little bit better. And that actually was the best risk off and risk on trade. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at Holly Neo and see what her best trade was there. And you can see a little bit how this works, how you trade it. You just right click here and you go to segments and you tell it what Holly you want. If you are trading during the day and you're not sure which one you want to follow, if you have your channel bar open, it tells you right here what the profit on each one is. So you can do that. You don't want to click on this because that'll replace your layout, but you want to do as we did here and go to segments and change it there. So on the Holly Neo, her best trade was OPTN as far as the risk off profit, and you can see here when she called that how nice it went up, and then she got out here, had the little pullback, which very possibly would have bounced a lot of people out. It broke that whole number, and of course, the more we watch these, they seem to know where to run their stops to clean everybody out and get their shares at a good price. I'm not sure how or why that works out, but had you held this till the end of the day, you would have made $1.08 profit. And if we sort by risk on, you can see OPTN was the winner in both categories. So that is our Holly update for the week. And once again, we do have this software available to you on yearly and monthly subscription plans. We have a standard plan that does not include Holly, but gives you plenty of charts and other good tools to use. But if you do want the premium and Holly, you'll go with the premium plan. As I said, you got the yearly and the monthly. If you go to this link right here, that'll take you to it. It is case sensitive. I will provide you with the link in the YouTube video comments that you can just copy and paste. It'll be a little bit longer link since you've got to copy and paste if you go there anyhow. So it'll be the long link. That won't be the shortened link. So I'd be glad to have you come on board. If you use Bullseye 15, you can save 15% on your first month or your first year. And I just want to thank you for watching today. It was a little long one, but we covered a lot of information. So, hey, God bless.